Canada, and Thailand, as well as the United States of America. Battling it out here at the beautiful sports pavilion of the fabulous Stardust Hotel and Casino, where Knockout Sports Network, in association with Master Toddy, present a show called Battle of the Champions. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Sheridan, and welcome to Muay Thai Boxing. Well, I've been a veteran of about almost 700 world title fights in boxing. Muay Thai is kind of new to me, so I've got a special expert that's coming in with me. His name is Duke Rufus. Duke, you're not only a fighter, you come from a family of 5 brothers, all fighters, but you're an expert commentator as well. You know this sport.
Well, it's going to be an exciting night of fights. The theme is kickboxing versus Muay Thai. It's going to be exciting. You're going to see fists, hands, knees, and feet flying. It's going to be incredible. All
right. And there's also bonuses involved here. I call them bounty. The promoter, Master Toddy, I should say, calls them bonuses. But tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there's a bonus for a knockout with a kick, with a leg kick. There's a bonus for a head kick knockout. There's even bonuses for a knee knockout, or the coveted bonus with an elbow, or the biggest bonus of all, the spinning or reverse elbow, where you can spin and knock them out with an elbow.
So all kinds of color involved here. You're going to enjoy it. We're going to talk about the bonuses. We'll talk about all the new kinds of kicks. If you're a boxing fan and you tuned in, make sure you stay with us, because Muay Thai is really exciting. We had a few warm-up bouts a little bit earlier, and I tell you, I haven't seen action like this in a long time. Our first fighters are just about ready to make their walks, so we'll welcome them to the arena. We'll start with the ladies tonight, and our very first fight of the evening will be underway very shortly. So there's the entrance, Angela Rivera right there, a very tough girl with a record of 18-3-1,
Ladies and gentlemen, the fighter for the
6
blue corner will
KOs,
be doing
and Gina Leathers is 18-3 as she comes in. This is Angela Rivera, and she's going to be doing the dance. And Duke, explain to the many people that are boxing fans that are tuned in. I know the Muay Thai people know all about this, but it is unique to Muay Thai boxing.
Well, Muay Thai, it's translated in Thai boxing. It originated in Siam, which is now Thailand. It originally was a battlefield combat, and now it's become a ring sport. The headdress that you see Angela Rivera wearing in the blue trunks is called a Mong Kong. It represents a traditional garb that was worn in battles by Siamese warriors. The maneuvers you're seeing her doing now are what's called the Y crew. Basically, it means to bow down with respect. The maneuver she's doing is showing her agility. She's showing her balance, her finesse. And then when she gets up from this move, she's going to do what's called the Ram Muay. The Ram Muay means the boxer's dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighters for this bout. Fighting out of the red corner, she hails from St. Louis. She stands 5'3" tall and weighing in at 134 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Berlin Leathers. And her opponent from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, she stands 5'7" tall. She weighs in at 135 pounds. She has a professional fight record of 18 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 loss. 6 wins came by way of knockout. She's the 8-time national champion and the world amateur champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Rivera. Your referee for this bout will be Steve.
Well, this fight is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. It's a 10-point must scoring system. The scoring is done by 3 judges based on effective aggressiveness and clean hits. All kicks are legal except for the spine and the crotch into the back of the head. There is a 3 knockdown rule in effect here. There is no standing 8 count, but a mandatory 8 count following knockdowns. Knees, elbows, feet, kicks to the head, all legal. Holding and hitting, grappling, holding and kneeing, it's all legal. And the fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. So those are the rules under which this will be contested. Angela Rivera is 4 inches taller. She's 3 pounds heavier, and she's 7 years younger than Gina Leathers. Leathers comes from a boxing background in the black and white trunks. She recently fought Mia St. John, the most famous of her fighters.
She does bring a great kickboxing record into the ring. She's 18-3, and again, Angela being a former world amateur champion. This is a Muay Thai versus kickboxing bout.
And let's see how it goes. They both start out with kicks. As bouncing around to the right is Leathers. Gina Leathers in the black and white and the solid black trunks is Rivera. Rivera is the master Toddy fighter, and we'll see her with front kicks. I've learned that master Toddy likes the front kick. There's a good kick to the right side, and the referee, Steve Williams, waves it off. Why was that waved off?
It was a slip. It was knocked her off balance. It didn't show that she was hurt.
By the force of the kick.
And getting back to the women's fighting, it's a little different than the men. They're only going to fight 2-minute rounds in Nevada, where the men fight 3-minute rounds.
All right, I think that time missed by Rivera. Remember, she's a state champion. Missed that kind of sweeping right high kick. And right back is Leathers. Leathers would like to box with her, but she's got to get inside those high kicks of Angela Rivera. Both girls are a bit cautious here in the early going, trying the front kick and then the high kick by Leathers right back. Leathers bounces left, now back to the right, trying to stay away. She really respects Rivera in the end.
Absolutely. I think that she's not doing well with Rivera's kicking power. That's been one of her big successes, and she's not dealing well at all with those middle kicks. Rivera is known as the queen of the front kicks in Thailand.
Leathers was kicked, and one of those kicks got her on the eye, and she's got a pretty good black eye and a big glove below the right eye, so something either an elbow or a head or a high kick it in there, but she's been distracted, but that's the right eye. And you see right back to the kicks goes Rivera. Rivera kicks her now, Leathers hangs on, tries to dump her, kick to the back, grabs the legs, and down they go. And that was Rivera going down to her seat. But she's very confident.
Absolutely. I think she knows she's got Leathers' number.
Well, she has Leathers really backing off now, bouncing around, throws out just a weak front kick again. It's a 2-minute round, so this round is almost over. Nice high kick there by Rivera. Rivera kind of just waits as the kind of lazy kick comes from Leathers. I think you call it a good first round by Angela Rivera.
She definitely is a winner. Once she starts getting her timing down and her range, I think you're going to see a vicious knockout. Leathers has got to let the leather fly. That's basically it. She's got to attack. Here we're going to look at the first kick. She catches on the inside of the leg, painful, right above the knee on the thigh, takes her down. Again, that's not a knockdown, but it will hurt you, it'll wear you out, it'll make you tired.
And that's a key in Thai boxing, but that high kick that time didn't quite catch it.
Leathers actually put out a nice front kick to stop it. That was a good defensive tactic.
Now, in the scheme of things, tonight is a very important night. We've got real big-time world-class fighters coming up.
Absolutely. We've got fighters from Canada, Australia, Thailand, and of course the U.S. It's going to be a smorgasbord of talent from all over the world.
And while this is just our first fight of the evening featuring the ladies, we want to give them a chance to see what they can do. And they're looking pretty good so far. Angela Rivera in the black solid trunks with the white trim on the top. And in the black and white is Gina Leathers. Leathers trying to pick up the pace a little bit, fakes to the right, slides around to the left. Standing right in front of her is Rivera. Rivera wants to come with the kick. He gets that idea. He comes with a high kick and answering with a punch is Leathers. You get the idea that Leathers would like to make this a boxing match more than a Muay Thai fight, but she goes with a high kick that falls short. Her kicks are shorty. She hasn't got her position yet.
Absolutely. And again, Angela Rivera is a tough woman to fight because she's known for her front kicks. She keeps all of her opponents at bay with the front kick and tries to follow up with a kick or a right hand.
It's funny because she's a very feminine looking girl. She's a very pretty girl. She's a tigress in the ring. Look at her with a high kick. And back with a looping right hand is Leathers.
Angela's been around for a while. I've seen a lot of her fights. We fought on the same shows, and I think she's a quality fighter. She's got big goals. She says she wants to dominate who's ever out there in women's kickboxing and Muay Thai right now.
There's a nice high kick that time taken on the left ear of Leathers. And Leathers, when she goes with the high kick, seems very tentative and almost slow, where she seems better at boxing, but she can't get in with the boxing because Rivera comes with kicks like that. We haven't seen anything reverses, get her any elbows yet. But nice kicks by both ladies. Rivera landing more than is Leathers at this stage. Remember, it's a 2-minute round here for the females.
I think Rivera's done a great job of using her height. She's fighting tall, as they say in boxing. she's using her height advantage to her maximum. She's staying out of Leather's boxing.
Time out.
All right, now we've got just an equipment adjustment here. What do they call those things?
It's a traditional armband. It's, again, traditional Darko's one Thai battle. Some people Thai Buddhists put Buddha amulets on there for good luck.
All right, the spinning sort of kick, a sweeping kick, has missed that time. She misses that one too. Get a lot of power behind that kick, but it didn't quite land. That one did take it up on the shoulder. Closing seconds down the second round as the bell ends the second round. And I think that just based on aggressiveness and more landing blows with both feet and hands, they're going to get the second round to Rivera as well.
Absolutely. Leathers turned it on at the end, but it's just too little too late. She's got to pick up her pace, get going right away.
Now Rivera wants to get some of these kicks really dug in now to try to do some damage. When they were fighting tight, she wasn't afraid to go with the knees either.
No, she's a well-rounded fighter. Again, she's a member of Master Toddy's Lionheart camp. She's well-disciplined in the art of Muay Thai and the science of 8 limbs. Oh, great high kick. I mean, she's just picking her shots. I like a little showboat. Goes for the front kick, right hand. Oh, good hip kick. Those hurt. She'll feel that tomorrow.
Now, this week in preparation for the telecast, I met Master Toddy and the other instructors at the Master Toddy gym. They're also called Master. What is that all about? I know it must be some sort of respect for you.
Well, because we're in the martial arts, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. Instead of coach, we have great respect for our trainers, so we call them master, or the Thai word is Ajahn.
Okay. Round number 3. Bob Sheridan, the Duke Rufus here at ringside to start us. Our very first fight of the evening, Angela Rivera, hit down in the black trunks. Nice high kick that time on the left side was Leathers. Leathers trying to pick up the pace because on our scorecard unofficially, we have Rivera winning the first 2 rounds. The official judges, by the way, are Dalby Shirley, Nelson Hamilton, and Al Lefkowitz. The kick behind the leg that time scored by Rivera. Rivera feints kind of with the punches and a slow front kick by Leathers that won't land as long as she throws it that tentatively. She'll never get Rivera with that one.
She's definitely good shot there from Rivera. She's picking her shots. I like what she's doing. Leathers has got to commit on her punches to make this a fight.
She's got a bit of a black eye to the right, kind of below the right eye and the right cheekbone. She's holding that right hand high as a boxer would and using more boxing movements. Every once in a while she goes for a kick, but like that one, they're almost lazy kicks where Rivera, when she can get in position, you get the idea she wants to punish her with kicks.
That was a beautiful counter jab she caught her with before the last exchange. Now she's going in with a knee work.
Nice knee work. Rivera 2 high kicks, and then with a lower kick and the knee inside.
I'd like to see Rivera cut the ring off, though. If she cuts the ring off, I think she could finish her off. She's got to step over with that left leg, cut her off, and get her combinations going. She's letting Leathers use this big ring to her advantage.
Now, both of these ladies are all swollen in the area in the lower leg because of the legs coming together on occasions when they throw those kicks. And that time she hurt Leathers. Leathers is backing off, trying to get away, comes with a front kick to hold Rivera off, but Rivera scored a few of those shots with the legs in there. She really is concentrating on the lower portion of the body. And as you mentioned, even when it looks like they don't hurt that much, they wear the opponent down.
Well, those are Charlie Horse City. Those hurt. I mean, shin right into the side of your leg. It can cause a lot of damage. It'll slow down a fighter and take their heart away. As you see in the corner, Leathers looks like she's having a bad fight here. She's not looking too confident at this point.
And she's really sucking the wind right now. We're going to show you.
She's really sucking the wind as well.
Yeah, watch Rivera hit now.
Nice body kick, all shin. That's like getting hit with a baseball bat. She goes upstairs, almost clipped her, tried the elbow.
And when she couldn't get any more punches in, she came right up and tried to land a straight left hand. It wasn't effective, but she knows what she wanted to do.
Well, it's points, and it's keeping Leathers' punches at bay. Can't let Leathers throw her big shots. You know, Leathers is a boxer, and she's doing everything in her power to keep her off of her. She's a puncher-kicker where Angela Rivera's attack is balanced.
I'm Bob Sheridan. Working with me is the fighter Duke Rufus, also a commentator for Muay Thai boxing, and I hope you're enjoying the telecast because I'm learning a lot tonight from Duke, and I think you will too. If you're a boxing fan and you tune in, I want you to stay with us because the best is yet to come. These 2 girls mixing up and drag down. Goes Leathers. Rivera grabs the arm and pulls right on top. You're not afraid to try anything.
No, it's been a good quality women's match. Women's fights are coming up in quality. They're getting better and better. I think that the women's fighting is only going to get bigger, boxing or martial arts. And great low kick again.
The low kick, and you talk about Charlie Horse, you can kick like that a few times behind your leg, and you'll know what it's all about. That time, Leathers got a low kick in herself, but it had really no effect. Real right kick by Rivera. And now, the referee is giving Leathers a chance to kind of recover here. Or has he stopped the fight? It looks like it's over.
I believe it's over.
Yeah, it's all over as the corner people are coming in.
That's a low kick KO. When you kick shin on those, that's all pain.
Yeah, you can tell
You
now.
can see the pain on her face. Her legs starting to freeze up, lock up, and when she's getting Charlie horses, she's going to be hurting for a few days.
Referee Steve Williams initially pointed Rivera to the corner, so I thought it was going to continue. Then he realized that, in fact, Gina Leathers was really hurt by that low kick, and there was some kind of power. We'll show it to you again, folks, and you'll see why it ended the fight.
Here we go. Here's right hand, beautiful right hand hook, and she tees off with a body kick. Now she stays on her. She sees she's got to hurt. Oh, look at that. She kicked the field goal. Woo.
Where she kicked her hard behind. She also had kicked her earlier in that series. She saw a nice rib shot and caught her with a pretty good punch to set the whole thing up. So you saw the high kick, the low kick, and I believe it was the low kick that ended it.
Yeah, it was great. Great balance attack. Angela Rivera shows a lot of skill in this women's fight.
All right, it'll be scored officially now, and we'll get the official scoring from our ring announcer,
Ladies and
Anthony
gentlemen,
Brown.
let's have a big round of applause for both fighters. The end comes 45 seconds into the fourth round. The referee stops contest, and your winner from Las Vegas, Nevada, Angela Rivera. And now a big round of applause for Gina Leathers.
Nice right hand again by Angela Rivera. Great body kick, all shin. That was like her getting hit with a baseball bat. Follows up with a field goal. Look at the power and the wind-up she put on that. And she put a right hand on top. Great finishing work. For young fighters out there watching, that's the way you do it. Nice right hand over a kick. Beautiful middle kick to the body. And the finishing field goal kick to the leg. Beautiful work. Big things I expect from Angela Rivera.
All right, we're all set to get this one underway, so without further ado, let's go to our ring announcer, Anthony Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, he hails from Thailand. He has a professional record of 76 wins, 6 defeats, 2 draws. 45 of those wins came by way of knockout. He stands 5'7" and weighs 150 pounds. Please welcome Rotong the Tank Wartavekian. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he hails from the land down under, Australia, but is now fighting and living here in the great state of Nevada. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 150 pounds. He has a professional record of 38 wins, 14 defeats. 21 of those wins came by way of knockout. He considers himself the pound-for-pound best Muay Thai fighter in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, John Wayne Paul.
We know the rules. I want you to have a good, clean, fair fight.
Steve Williams gives him the final instructions. Wartaviket is in the yellow, in the black and gold, John Wayne Parr. This should
This will be a
some
five-round
sort of
bout, and the
rumble.
referee is
5
Steve
rounds this
Mazzagatti.
one. And these are 3-minute rounds now for the men. You saw the ladies starting out, Angela Rivera and Gina Leathers. Those were 2-minute rounds, the same as in professional boxing and professional Muay Thai.
You ready, John?
Or Thai boxing, which is what Muay Thai means in the Thai language. We're getting ready now for some fireworks. You'll see a much different face now, folks. Here we go, round number 1. John Wayne Parr in black and gold. Standing with the kick is Wartaviket.
Here's the Tank. Look at the legs on that guy. He's got some strong legs. I'd hate to be kicked by him.
Yeah, he's bringing the leg up. Both guys just sort of tentative here in the early going. Little punch upstairs with the left hand by the Tank. Tank grabs the legs and then he kicks right behind the heel of Parr, and Parr goes down. But that's not scored or knocked down now, is it?
No, but it's going to get you better points with the judges. You know, the dominance of the points. Good combo there.
Nice high kick that time by Bodavikin. Bodavikin caught him in the back of that jump. You notice the music in the background, folks. They play the music, and as Duke pointed out, it'll increase with the increasing activity in the ring.
Absolutely. It's almost like the snake charmer with the cobra.
And that's what we're waiting for, because these guys are just the feeling out stages here. Two very experienced fighters. That's the reverse elbow. That's
Beautiful reverse elbow.
Did he catch him with that?
I don't see any cuts. Maybe it bumped him.
Hey, look at John Wayne, very high. Was he able to get that knee up to the chin of Bodavikin? Bodavikin, I don't think he caught him because I don't see any redness on the forehead there, but boy, he had an idea of how to throw it. There's a nice boxing movement by both guys. Wayne gets some shots from nice right hand, then he comes to the high knee to the ribs of Bodavikin. Bodavikin hangs on, able to keep his balance, which is key. Kicks it behind the leg, does the Tank. The Tank, of course, is in the yellow trunks. We use their nickname. The Tank, Bodavikin.
Absolutely. He's doing a good job of setting up the kicks, but John Wayne needs to let those punches go, then kick. That's what's working for him. I like it when John Wayne lets the punches go and then follows with the kicks, knee or elbow.
We haven't seen him throw too many elbows yet as Bodavikin grabs his legs. Bodavikin nailed him with an elbow inside that time. The Tank unleashes the elbow for the first real heavy elbow that we saw. Didn't quite land either, but there's redness on the forehead of John Wayne Pryor, so something's getting through there. There's a nice shot behind the ankle. Is there any special name for what he did there? Or any maneuver
That's basically just a cut kick. But again, he's throwing John Wayne off his game when he does that. You break their rhythm, you get them out of their game.
There he grabs again and tries to do the very same thing again, but better balance this time than John Wayne. And here's a look in his face like, hey, I'm not going to let you get away with that again. He throws a looping right hand and cracks to the left side of the temporal bone of Bodavikin. Bodavikin, both of them kicked that time. That one really looked to me like it hurt the lower rib cage of Parr. And then Bodavikin had good power behind his right high kick.
I like Parr's body punch combo, followed by kick, and then he came back with an elbow. He's mixing good elbow again.
And that one did catch the cheek. You can see that. Immediately swell up and bruise as he caught him with the high cheek shot to the elbow. Now we were waiting for it. The bell ends round number one. Not as fast as some of the action we saw before we went on the air in some of the warm-up fights, but these are very high-level fighters, as I understand it.
I like the work they're both doing. They're standing in front of each other. They're trading shots. It's reminiscent of old-school boxing. They're solid stands, letting big shots go. It's entertaining for the fans. Here we go. We're going to see that first takedown. The Tank's been doing a great job. Good grab after the block. Got him right above the knee. Flipped him down. Now we're setting up for the reverse elbow. Beautiful reverse elbow. Didn't hurt John Wayne. That shows you what a tough customer he is.
He had both of those hands high and kind of protected himself. I mean, defense in this sport is a key. You can't, like in boxing, just put your guard down at any time. In this sport, if you let your guard down and a guy comes at you with an elbow, I mean, this thing could end in a second by, just a shot to the temporal bone or the front of the head, and it's over.
1 second you're fighting, the next second you wake up in the locker room.
By the way, I gave that first round. I don't know if you agree with me on this one, Duke, but I gave that to Bodavitek. I thought that he sustained better action longer. There was very even sort of first round, but I thought Bodavitek was a little aggressive longer than John Wayne, but not much.
I think John Wayne knows that too, and that's why he came out a little stronger. Good teapot to the face.
Boy, that kicks him very hard now. Straight front kick. Nice combination that time. You can see the spray fly off the head of Bodavikin. Bodavikin in the yellow trunks, the native of Thailand.
I like his body work, but he's got to put something behind it. No single shots. He's beaten the Tank when he puts his combinations together. The Tank loves it when he goes 1 for 1 because he's got a little more size on him. He's got to put the combinations together. Beautiful kick.
Nice high kick. And you talked about the lower legs. Oh, look at that elbow. It went right on the nose of Parr that time. Parr is backed off a little bit. Talking about the legs of Bodavikin, that's where he gets his power.
Absolutely. He's got a solid stance, and he's letting the shots go. Good uppercut.
Nice uppercut by Parr. Snap the head back again by Bodavikin. And now look at this. He's decided to box a little bit. Oh, wow!
The Tank saying, bring it on. I like it. This is a beautiful fight.
But John Wayne has picked up the pace more in this round than he didn't get it going until about the last minute of the first round. There's that reverse elbow, John. Didn't land it, but he has the idea.
The Tank's saying bring it on. He's got to go combinations. If he goes 1 for 1, you're playing the Tank's game. There you go. John Wayne, when he goes combination, as we saw earlier with Johnson on Fairtex. Combinations win fights. I don't care what sport you're in.
Couple of front kicks holding Parr back. Parr back, nice high kick that time, right back in Parr. He catches him with the right hand inside, then gets back with a kick. He grabs him that leg. He likes that move where he grabs the ankle and then tries to kick the other leg from beneath him. Again, watch him try to kick that lower leg. Instead, he lets the leg down. There's something elbow.
4 elbows in a row. Nice high kick. Oh, reverse elbow. Good counter by the Tank. He's a tough customer. John Wayne starting to pick it up. Beautiful 4 elbow combination. Nice uppercut cross.
All right, there's that elbow again. It falls short, lands on the gloves that time. Comes to the high kick. A little bit of fatigue now in the last portion of this second round. But boy, there's good action here.
Absolutely. I like the work that the Tank's doing on his elbow defense. I've been impressed by his defense just as much as his offense. But Parr's really showing a lot. Again, body punch, low kick, then a front kick. He's doing everything. Again, signature work, working all the combos.
He gets high with the kick again. He had a couple of knees in there. Standing right in front of him is Vodovikin on the Tank. Is a hard kick on the left side. And right back with the knee comes Vodovikin. And the gold trunks, the Thai fighter goes with an elbow, taking on the forearm, and he comes with a high knee to the side. Sets him up, kicks him to that low leg again. Boy, John Wayne came back strong in this second round as he fell in the second round. That was a good round, Mike.
Absolutely.
Sorry, we saw a lot of different things in that round, too.
Yeah, again, like we saw with Johnson on Fairtex earlier, a complete Muay Thai fighter can put all the combos together. And that's what I like about Johnson, or rather, John Wayne Parr. He's doing a great job putting it together.
Look at this activity.
Beautiful front kick to keep the Tank off. Nice fake front kick, right hand, the grab. He's got the Tank backing up, which is good step knee with the left. See how he keeps redirecting, spinning him with his gloves, trying the elbow once. Now he's going high kick there. Reverse elbow, just off the mark. Beautiful counter kick from the Tank. This is a great fight. The matchmaker who put this together did a great job. Incredible parity in the match tonight.
Matchmaker is Mr. Niwat from Galaxy Promotions. He put a lot of these fights together. We also want to mention Master Toddy, who's promoted over 200 shows in the USA and Europe. And the other masters, Master Chan, Master Green, Master Jedit, and Master Luk Chang, that are all very active in the Master Toddy gym right here in Las Vegas. All right, this is round number 3. I've had a my scorecard for the Deck winning the first round and John Wayne Parr taking the second round.
Absolutely. I think so too. This is a great fight. The fans are getting treated to an incredible Muay Thai match tonight.
Both guys exchange high kicks this time, right in front of each other. There's that front kick by Vodovikin. The Tank, as he's called, in the yellow trunks. John Wayne comes with an uppercut, doesn't quite catch him that time, but he has landed in previous encounters earlier in this fight. There's a kick, both guys exchange kicks. And boy, look at the snappy movement of those kicks.
You can definitely see the level of the top fighters. They put the blast on the elbow, the knee, the kick. It's incredible.
John Wayne, you see the Tank, he's not afraid to throw that elbow. There it was again. Didn't quite land, but he has the idea of what he wants to do. He's trying to pressure Vodovikin right now. Big hard kick to the left side of the body of the Tank. Uppercut inside. Knee to the chin. How about that?
I see the Tank slowing down a little bit. The Tank is getting his armor blasted a little bit here. John Wayne doing a great job going upstairs and downstairs.
Well,
good block from the Tank. That hurt, though.
You explained to me that a guy has got to use everything in the arsenal to really take full advantage of this. John Wayne comes with a straight right hand, that time with a boxing move, but he'll go back to the kicking. Watch this. There's a high kick that time by Vodovikin. The Tank trying to get his arm going. A straight kick. Parr says, you're not going to sneak in on me. Good knee. Oh, what a knee to the shoulder.
Beautiful counter kick, though. Parr shakes it up, though. He likes it.
Boy, that'll tell you the conditioning. I mean, you take a hard knee to that part of the stomach, high in the abdomen. Boy, that's going to hurt. Look at these knees. Folks, these aren't glancing close.
Oh, beautiful counter kick from the Tank.
I'm telling you, as you watch them on television, some of those knees don't look like they're as powerful as they really are. When you're right where we are, you can almost feel them in your own hand.
Well, these guys are impressive because they're fast and they're powerful.
How about that?
Good elbow again. And then they're going to elbow wars. Good elbow by John Wayne Parr.
John let the right hand go past the nose and then caught him with the elbow right behind the left ear. His hard kicks downstairs and the right hand upstairs. Look at that knee to the stomach again. John Wayne has been very effective, I think. But you look at the ribs of John Wayne, and some of those kicks, certainly a Toddy kid are getting through too, because he's all bruising those ribs. Look at those shots.
He kicks hard. He kicks hard. I cannot believe the power and explosiveness. But I like John Wayne's strategy. He's going all around. He's mixing it up.
Both guys very
good elbow, double, triple.
Right back with a kick again. Right back comes Toddy kick with his kick. Closing seconds now. This is the third round. Boy, this is a tough round to score.
I'd have to give that to John Wayne power again. He turned it on a little bit more. He was doing more numbers where the Tank would let a big kick go. Great round, though. Incredible fight.
So we've got on our scorecard Toddy winning the first round and Parr winning 2 and 3. The judges Dalby Shirley, Cecil Peoples, and Glenn Trowbridge.
Here's an early elbow that we had in the round. Oh, good right. Wow. He countered that on the reverse elbow. He stopped him with his own elbow. Later in the round, once, but again, I'm impressed by the Tank's elbow defense. The Thai fighters are so great at their own game, Muay Thai. I mean, it doesn't bother them to get elbowed at all. They're so adept at defending. I'm impressed. Both fighters look fresh in there. I'm expecting a great fourth round of the fight.
Boy, they don't hold back on it. I mean, the first round, they felt each other out just a little bit. They picked up the action about midway through. The second round was the ears back, and certainly the third round was everything back. They really let it fly. Here we go, round number 4. I'm Bob Sheridan, working with me, my Muay Thai expert and fighter and commentator, Duke Wilkins. Duke, thanks for being with us. I'm enjoying getting an instruction lesson from you. These fighters put on a great show for the crowd. Look at that right hand.
John Wayne tells them to bring it on. I love these guys. Great showmanship. Not only are they fighting, but they're giving the fight to the fans want. I'm impressed by both guys.
2 kicks to the right hip, taken on the right hip by Toddy kicks again, and then he hangs on to a high kick of John Wayne. John able to bounce away so he doesn't get kicked behind the heel and knocked down again. He doesn't like that nor does any fighter like being on his seat for any reason. Digging shot to the body on a high kick, reversed back by Toddy kicks.
Nice body shot, beautiful. That's why he's going to slow the Tank down.
With the high body shots, is that now you're in there now? Let's say you're John Wayne. What's your strategy for big kick that time?
I like what he's doing with the front kick, faking, feigning. When he trades just one shot with the Tank's going to have the advantage in the kicking game. He's got to break his rhythm, keep doing what he's doing. The Tank, oh, good elbow again. The Tank loves to stand and trade. That's his game. This is where he said he was going to, there you go. This is what he said in his interview before the fight. The Tank said he was going to rough him up in the grapple, wear him out, spin him around so he could get the open shot.
And remember, folks, you that are used to watching boxing, holding and hitting here is part of the game. As you see that, dumps him right down. Now, that's not considered a knockdown. It's not worth any points. But, Duke, as you pointed out to me, during the course of a fight, you get something like that on your keister a time. It takes the wind out of you, and it's certainly as a psychological thing. Right back with the elbow.
Absolutely, and also it's part of the ring generalship. He's controlling the game. You know, it is points as well, and that's part of the ring generalship.
Yeah, the old schoolyard in front of 100,000 at a time, and if you dump a guy down, no matter how you do it, it always looks good.
Absolutely.
And of course, that's what they used in the battlefields, I guess, a couple thousand years ago, the early days of the old Muay Thai.
Absolutely. They call it Muay Chow Shir, the old school Muay Thai. But I'm very impressed with these new fighters. They're showing great skill. Good body shot.
The other big factor is that action is fast and furious here, is that this is picking up as a world sport all the time with a high kick that time by Toddy. Oh, nice job by John Wayne. Kicks him hard again. Straight right hand elbow. 3 elbows in a row there to John Wayne.
Well, he's lived there amongst the Thais. He's learned their secrets. Now he's here at the Lionheart camp in Vegas training with Mr. Toddy. I'm so impressed with him. He's adept at fighting. His elbows, everything. He does everything good.
In the closing seconds now of the 4th round, that big elbow grazed the side of the cheek of Toddy. Now he grabs, kicks him behind the bell edge. Well, I know there's one thing. People know that going in when the bell sounds, he's back right off. A lot of real good sportsmanship in this sport.
In Thailand in scoring, they like to get that last shot in at the bell, so they try and influence the judges, and that's one of the tricks. They let that last shot go, and both guys don't get mad. They understand it's part of the game.
Did Parr do enough in the 4th round to win?
Absolutely. He picked it up again. I'm really liking his work. I like it when he finishes with the low kick, mixes up between the body shots and the elbows.
Now watch this early right hand by Bodavica. Tell me about it.
Here comes the tank. He's holding his leg. Nice overhand. Staggered him a little bit. John Wayne is just a tough kid. He says, bring it on. I love it. Fake teep. Oh, he comes back with his own 1-2. Catch the kick, but now again, good push kick or front kick by the tank.
I don't know, folks, if you've ever been hit in the chest with anything, a light fist even hurts, but when you get a heel of a guy with powerful legs like this Bodavica that we're looking at now, you get a heel in the chest, man, it takes the wind out of you, but it tells you about the conditioning of Parr as we're ready to go to the 5th and final round of an exciting bout here from Las Vegas. Now there's equipment problems with Bodavica.
Well, as it's known all over in any fight sport, the last round is the champion's round. Let's see who the champ is. Look what, so, get it fixed.
There's a problem with his cup. He wants to make sure that the
Absolutely.
is fitting just properly and in the right spot, because you catch a knee there and the fight will be over. All right, here we go. Round 5, they touch him up. Bob Sheridan with Duke Rufus. And there's that kick. It's the 3rd time he's done it in the fight. And again, it does take its toll, an embarrassment if nothing more. High kick that time by Parr. John Wayne takes a right foul.
I just caught some of the sweat. That was a beautiful kick. It looks like the tank is shooting those kicks all the way from Thailand.
Straight right hand gets through that time. The tank took a pretty good right hand, then a left hook to the side of the head. Parr wants to get a kick in. He goes with a straight kick. There it is again. For the 4th time in the fight. It's been very effective. He's kicking him behind the heel. Now the referee stayed. Williams warned him about something.
He's getting a little cocky. He put his foot on his face when he went down. So it's lit a fire under Parr, though. Look at him.
Yeah,
he's going for blood.
He is. The high kick. Oh, the reverse spin that time. That's the elbow we've been waiting for.
That is the slam dunk of Muay Thai. Gotta love it. I like that movement by Parr. Faking, faking.
He has so much in his arsenal. As a
good high kick.
Really high kick that time. He feints, now he digs to the body, comes up with a knee to the ribs. Pretty good right hand that time by Bodavica.
Good knee, low knee, that hurt though. Good knee back by Parr.
A couple of knees, one to the left side of the rib cage, then one back to the right side. The tank bounces away, backs off through the rope, stands in front of him now, slides off to the right. They're both playing a little bit with the legs. Let's see what happens here now. John Wayne, the aggressor, coming forward, high kick, pop, and right back.
Beautiful counter kick.
Right back the high kick. There's a knee feint, there's a high kick again by Bodavica, right back to the nice kick by Parr.
Excellent, excellent. He's got to keep it going, though. This is a close fight. It's anybody's fight. Whoever pulls up this last half of the round is going to win the match.
All right, let's see how it goes, and it's about a minute and a half to go in this fight. 5th round, this is the final round of the fight. There's been a grueling pace. Slow down just a bit, but there's a high kick to the high rib cage. Oh, look at that elbow. Did it catch him?
A second one behind it, now going to the grapple with the knee. It looks like the tank's starting to slow down. Beautiful body shot.
Now he comes back with a high kick to that straight right hand, looping right hand, right back with the right hand is Bodavica. How about that? John Wayne takes a deep breath, comes straight forward. He wants to box right now. Oh, there's a reverse elbow that we're looking for again. Whoa!
Back kick, incredible back kick.
How about that, folks? We've been looking for these back kicks and back elbows. We saw them one after the other. And look at these shots. Let me tell you something. As that elbow comes down high in the head, nice action. So much happened there. I couldn't describe it.
Oh, it was incredible. I think that John Wayne Parr pulled that one out. Incredible elbow work at the end of the fight. Incredible display of everything. All around arsenal.
You know, I gave Parr 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if the judges had it the same way, it would be considered a lopsided score in a 5-round fight for one guy to win 4 rounds. But it's the best lopsided score you might ever see.
Well, they were close. They were close rounds. The tank showed great. Here's this late reverse elbow. Incredible. Just missed. again, nice counter pick. The tank is a tough customer.
You talk about the defense, too. A lot of the
Here it comes again.
See the way his hands are up there?
Absolutely.
Carry that off.
I think the matchmaking on this fight was incredible. Very entertaining. Both fighters had a chance of knocking each other out at any time. This is what the sport needs.
All right, we can make it official because it looks like our ring announcer, Anthony Brown, has the score, so let's go to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the decision. But first, let's give both of these fighters a big round of applause for Muay Thai kickboxing at its best. And your winner is, out of the blue corner, John Wayne Parr.
So John Wayne Parr gets, as we thought he deserved, a unanimous decision by the
And
judges.
how about another round of applause?
But I wouldn't mind giving an applause for Rotan Vodovitek. He really did a nice job.
Yeah, I love the tank's work. He makes good fights. Like they say in the boxing business, he's a guy who's never been in a bad fight. He stood there. He traded shots all night. I was very impressed with John Wayne Parr. I think one thing I've seen a lot of his fights is moved to Las Vegas. Training here with Master Toddy has really upped his game. I'm really impressed.
Now let me ask you a little bit about yourself, Duke. You're here training, actually. You were going to be on this fight card, and then you decided you wouldn't fight, or are you training for something else?
I had a personal issue 5 weeks ago that came up. My next fight is May 3rd, and I'll be on the next Knockout Martial Arts Series. So I'm looking forward to being on the next promotion, hopefully. I'll be inside the ring instead of out.
Well, maybe you'll have to fight, and I'll have to do it by myself as best I can, and then come back and join me.
Well, maybe I'll come in between
And how about these fans? My goodness gracious.
Well, Las Vegas is a fight town. There's a lot of pretty people in Las Vegas.
And there's one of them.
Yeah.
All right, we're all set to get this one underway, so without further ado, let's go to our ring announcer, Anthony Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout, it's a 5-round bout. Fighting out of the red corner, he hails from Thailand. He has a professional record of 44 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. 8 of those wins came by way of knockout. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed 141 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Turbo ISS. And his opponent, originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, now living in San Diego. He has a professional fight record of 24 wins, 6 defeats, and 12 wins by way of KO. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed 140 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Melchior Menor. The referee for this bout will be Tony Weeks.
All right, this fight is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
The
10-point
judges
must
for
scoring
this bout
system.
will be Nelson Hamilton, Marcos Rosales, and Al Lefkowitz.
Scoring, as you just heard, is done by the 3 judges based on effective aggressiveness and clean hits. Final instructions by referee Tony Weeks. All kicks illegal except to the spine, the back of the head, and the crotch. There is no standing 8 count. There is a 3 knockdown rule here in Las Vegas. Knees, elbows, feet. Kicks to the head, all legal. Holding and hitting, grappling, holding, and kneeing, all legal. And a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. So those are the rules under which this will be contested, and it should be a good one. These guys have a lot of experience. 44 and 6 is Turbo in the gold, yellow trunks, and in the white is Menor. Right away, the touch gloves and a sneaky right hand by Turbo.
Actually, a right elbow. He's getting around, I think.
All right, 2 high kicks started out right away by Turbo. Moving off to his right is Menor. Menor waiting, holds the head high and gets his hands high enough to hold up a nice right kick and digs to the body of Turbo.
I see Turbo setting up some elbows. Yep, and he is. His hands are high. He's in the elbow position.
Okay, that's important to know now. In boxing, they're holding the hands high. They're usually trying to defend themselves in the early going. Here in Muay Thai, we got to look for the elbows, and we'll see what happens here. But it certainly makes sense if your hands are high, that your elbow can have a shot to crack a guy in the nose on the side of the head. 2 good low kicks. Another low kick that time by Turbo. Turbo in the yellow. Hard right kick to the back of the leg, the left leg of Turbo. Turbo stands right in front of him, tries to get to the front kick. Now he attacks. Left
step knee, as that's called, or flying knee, the cow bin in Thai, they say, or cow loy. It's a good technique, and you can catch them off balance. It hurts. Good inside kick, that hurt.
That one, Trent, you can tell that it almost hyperextended the knee the way he kicked it right on the knee that time. Most of the kicks seemed to get around behind, but that one was right on top of the knee, and it made his leg straighten right out. That could really do some ligamental damage. How much ligament damage is there with these
They're
legs?
actually not looking to go to the knees. You won't feel that right away. They go to the muscles, the thighs. They kick those Charlie horses. They kick the muscles, wear them down where they can't move. Good block there. He used his own shin to block his shin. Nice low kick.
Oh, there's a good kick that dumps to the canvas, but Toddy Weeks waves it right off. Again, that was what you call a sweeping kick, is it?
Or cut kick. Nice combo by Melcher. I like that. But again, you got to watch Turbo. He's got hard kicks, similar style to the Tank.
Melcher Minor in the white trunks and Turbo in the yellow trunks. Anytime a guy has one name, you know he's going to be tough.
Absolutely. He told me in the pre-fight interview the reason why it's called Turbo is he's always going. He comes forward.
Well, he's coming forward all right, and he catches an elbow on the inside that time. But he had it under control because he had the hands tied up. He's got the hands high and hasn't landed the elbow yet himself. Although you get the idea once it's thrown. There's a high kick by Turbo. Turbo backs up, gets his positioning right, coming forward this time is Menno, and then all of a sudden Turbo comes forward. He likes to come right at his guy, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Another guy that we can say hasn't been in a bad fight ever. He likes to make good fights, show some action.
In the first round, it seems like they feel each other out a little bit. They just test the moves. And they do a lot more testing from what I've seen so far in the first round. Then they really open up the second. Looping right hand caught him that time. The right hand upstairs. Good boxing technique used by Menno.
Nice counter knee. The Turbo back.
Right at the end, you know, I was just saying how what good sports they have. You know, that was more the fire of the moment than lack of sportsmanship, because right away he stayed there to almost apologize for hitting after the kicking after the bell.
Absolutely, you get caught up in the heat of the battle.
All right, we're going to have a look into the dressing room of Manson Gibson. This is one of the big fights of the evening. It's almost a co-main event. This is Manson Gibson.
He's one of the most colorful guys in the whole martial arts kickboxing scene. Every fight he changes his name. He's originally from the south side of Chicago, hails out of Compton, California. He's working his push kicks. This guy can spin, back fist, back kick. You'll see a wide array of techniques from him that you won't see from a lot of fighters. He comes from a kung fu background. Tonight he calls himself the Black Butterfly. He's got over 100 victories and been in the sport 3 decades.
Did you get that, folks? I don't want that to slide by you. Duke, you kind of roll that off your tongue. 100 victories this guy has. That's incredible.
Absolutely.
His record is 107-2 with 64 knockouts. That's who we're going to see next, so don't go anyplace. Right now, we're in round number 2. And look at this. Right back comes Turbo. By the way, who'd you get that first round to?
That one was close. That was a hard one for me to score. Good jumping knee there from Turbo. Now he's going into the grapple. I might want to say last round, maybe Turbo, just because he was a little busier coming out. But it looks like he wants to use the grapple now. Oh, good front kick in the face. Good high kick.
Both guys scoring here. Turbo seems to have picked up the pace. And this is what I meant. Look at that punching, good looping right hand landed by Turbo. Turbo right on top of this guy as he tries the elbow inside by Menor.
I can't believe the leg strength of both of these guys, but Turbo really using his legs to maximum power. Just letting those kicks go.
Front kick he tries at that time, and it doesn't get off because of nice defense. There's the high kick, kind of parried off that time by Menor. Menor stands in front of him, shoots out a couple of light left jabs, and right back with an elbow is Turbo. Turbo trying to hold and throw an elbow inside. You're right, we saw the hands high, instead it's a high knee. And another high knee back by Turbo. Both guys exchanged knees in tight.
Turbo always coming forward, living up to his name. Turbo, when he kicks, I swear, I'm at batting practice at Yankee Stadium. Those sounds like a bat instead of a leg.
Remember, folks, when the shins hit, it's bone on bone. We mentioned a couple of times earlier, you know what it's like when you bang your own shin picture, when you get the force of a kick going and you catch the other guy right in the shin. Man, there's some pain involved. These guys, they don't show any expression of pain at all.
Now, I'd have to say the Thai fighters, their background were such poker face in the ring. expressionless, and they just go for it.
Men are in the white trunks and the yellow trunks with a high kick is Turbo. The high kick, Minow is doing a pretty good job of carrying it off with his left hand, that high right kick that the Turbo's been using. It looks tremendous, but it's not really doing a lot of damage. There's the looping right hand that gets through, raises high on the forehead temporal bone of Turbo. Turbo bouncing up on his toes now, getting set to go do some kicking, and there's the high kick, taking the back of the elbow, straight kick, and kick behind the leg that time, and a counter kick, and right back with a left kick. Both, boy, they can kick high with either leg.
Absolutely, you got to be ambidextrous. Nice combination by Melcher. Turbo's tough, he keeps coming back.
Turbo hangs in there, and now Tony Weeks, now explain to me what he was saying there, because they can grab it and hit.
In the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they don't allow you to pull your head behind the face. That's the only technique.
Ah, okay. So you can't pull the head straight into that knee. That makes sense.
Thailand completely don't. Las Vegas Commission does everything else.
So here what they do is grab hold of the head and then come with the knee to the chest.
Yes.
That's okay. All right. That's why we have our man Duke here. Duke is training for a fight coming up. Would you say May
3rd.
May 3rd at the Mirage. Hopefully I'll be there to see that. I don't think I'm out of town the first week in May.
Here we are, we're going to go to the early kick to the face. Beautiful front kick, snaps his head back. Then he blocks that right hand. Melcher is known as Mr. Cool. Here's another look at this. He handled it well. Beautiful front kick again. Even though the fighters are both the same size, they look like they're in two different weight classes. Don't you agree?
What they do?
Big deep breath.
Big
Deep breath. That's it. That's it.
This
You
is the
got him.
corner.
You got him now. You got him now.
Trying to get that fighter fired up a bit. I've got this fairly even. I like you. I thought the first round might have been dead even. I gave Turbo very slightly the second round.
Absolutely. Melcher's known as Mr. Cool, but I'd like to see him get going a little more. I'd like to see him open up a little more and get going. He's starting a little slow tonight.
All right, here we go. This is round number 3. You see the movement by Melcher. He takes a kick to the left side of the body, now grappling around, and the hands held high, boxing movement, grabbing movement as well. There's the high kick that time by Minow. There's Minow in the white trunks. High kick again, front kick by Turbo. Straight right hand by Turbo. He hits to the body downstairs, hits his high knee right to the face of the jaw, and a looping right hand. How about that knee coming forward as Minow tries to counter?
I like the jab, the double hook, each side, the knee combo. It's great work. Definitely sharp combos.
There's a wild kick that sails over the head of Minow that time, and good thing that didn't crack him to the left side of the head. And right back with a high kick is Minow trying to catch Turbo. Turbo lining up for a kick here, and Minow doing what he has to do to hold him off. He's holding his hands extremely high too, but it's more like he fits his button than the fact that I think he wants to throw elbows.
Absolutely.
And he just trips that time, 20 weeks right on.
The tough part of the sport is you're on your leg at one time. That's where you see the fighters go down sometimes. When they're attempting a technique, they get bumped, they lose their balance a little bit. That's the toughest thing about Muay Thai and kickboxing. It's a big balance sport, and you got to try and damage your opponent at the same time.
And he's also attacking you with the same.
Absolutely.
It's really tough. Balance is key in every sport, and you certainly see why it's so important here. In boxing, they talk about balance, but I think it stands out more here because the guys have their, and they're exposed to that one or the other leg so high and all the weights on the other leg, but if they're tapped, it'll knock them right over.
Getting back to those bonuses, that's why some of those techniques get such a high bonus point, because they're risky to shoot the throw.
I see. There's a nice high kick that time by Turbo, taken on the forearm by Minow. Minow not doing anything, just backing off here. Catches another high right hand by Turbo. Turbo stands in front of him now. Minow moves into position. Slow front kick, light knee, ties him up, tries to get the knee into the guts of Minow, but ineffective. But that one wasn't. That one got him in the ribs. There's a high kick again taken on the forearm. But you know, after all, there's a nice knee in the midsection of Minow. Minow taking some good shots here in this round.
He's almost too cool. He's poker face, but he needs to score some points. He's got to get busy. Melcher looks really good when he's first. When he begins the combinations, he gets Turbo off balance.
And Turbo is able to land some of those high kicks underneath the elbow. Some are landing high in the shoulders, and some there's a reverse that time. He tries to land the elbow, and it's kind of tied up in the ropes. He has the right idea. He knows what he's doing, but you know what? Turbo is getting off
style. I think he was surprised how fast he is.
Well, he's very quick as the bell ends round number 3. More of a strategic round that time. As it seemed like Minnow might have been a little frustrated as he tried that reverse elbow. It didn't work for him. He tried kicks that didn't happen. And here's some frustration here. You see him getting tied up in the ropes.
Yeah, he's reaching when that spin back is bad. The momentum carried him in. You can see he's trying to pick up a trick play. It's kind of like a football team that tries to double reverse when they're down sometimes.
Here we are in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Bob Sheridan, working with me is Duke Rufus, and we're watching Muay Thai boxing live from the beautiful showroom here in the Sports Pavilion at the great Stardust Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Glad that you can be with us and enjoying a night of Muay Thai boxing. I mentioned at the top of the show I've done almost 700 world title fights in boxing. This is the first telecast that I'm enjoying in Muay Thai, and I tell you, I hope I can hang around at this point. I like what I'm seeing, too.
Well, as a good boxing friend of mine told me, it's a mojo sport. The guys fight with their spirit, and they're showing it tonight.
Well, I've got Turbo out in front by a couple of points as we go to the 4th round. Let's see if he can sustain it, or if Melcher and Minnow in the white trucks are going to pick up the pace. Instead, it's Turbo that comes to the high knee, then tries the high kick. There's a knee taken in the middle of the stomach of Minnow. Minnow backing off down, but he backs off with a high kick himself. Right back in another high kick is Turbo. Turbo takes one down. He kind of parried that one off as he took the kick. He's forcing and landing more. He's throwing more. As I say that, Minnow gets through. What was that?
He jumped and caught him. Beautiful defensive tactic. He caught him in the middle of the flying elbow. Beautiful grapple.
So he's trying to land the elbow from the inside. Is that it?
Well, and Turbo caught Mel. But I think that Mel's trying to reach a little bit now. He's got to put together a solid offense. Get focused and get scoring some points.
A couple of good body shots, good boxing skills shown there. He caught him up high. But the kicking battle, I think, is being won at this stage by Turbo. Nice boxing skill being shown by Minnow. As I say that, every time.
Melcher's starting to turn it on.
Yeah, he is. Picking up the pace. And
there you go, Melcher.
I can tell you love the sport. You want to see both guys do it. How about that? Watermelon back and then crashed him down to the canvas. And Tony says, hey, look, I don't want you grabbing his head and coming up with those knees.
Sometimes they fall down, they try a little trick, and they fall on their body, take the wind out of it. So the ref's doing a great job of making sure it's a fair fight and not letting the guys slide the tricks in.
And don't forget the referees here, Tony Weeks, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, referee that had to go to school to learn about Muay Thai boxing. The judges from Nevada told me that they had to go and take clinics and learn about how to score in Muay Thai. And so far, I've been in total agreement with everything I've seen because you're explaining it to me, so it's a little bit easier to understand for me and the audience as well, I think.
Well, I've fought here in Nevada, and I've worked with my family high in Nevada in the fight game. I think they're the best boxing commission in the world.
Right hand gets through by Turbo. Minnow trying to force more of the action by boxing. Turbo using his legs. There were a great deal of success in the front kick that time by Minnow. It's Melcher, Minnow in the white trunks trying to get some kicks in, but he's been satisfied with his boxing skills. He goes with a looping right hand and then back with an uppercut. Raises the jaw of Turbo. Turbo doesn't really want to box this guy. He'd rather use his kicks, use his hands to set up his feet, and it's been successful thus far. There's that straight kick to keep him off. I was trying to land up a right kick and setting him to the high left knee. Setting up that knee, a glancing blow again. Cracks across high in the left jaw. There's an elbow thrown, that time by Turbo. Closing seconds down. He cut him with that elbow.
Caught bad. Bad cut.
And he's annoyed with that cut. Yeah.
He's hurt, too. He's hurt.
So that elbow really caught him good that we saw you couldn't see it open up because it's back to us, but man, it did some damage.
It stopped him dead in his tracks. I haven't seen a fighter stop in the ring from a cut like that in a while. That's going to be a hard cut to close. They better have a good cut man over there. But still, that's going to be a hard cut to close.
Well, there's a Nevada Commission judge looking in there, and doctor.
Here comes that elbow. Look at that. Bang, got right in. Oh, that was a slasher. That elbow caught some traction right on his forehead and ground the cut. Beautiful downward elbow.
Boy, that split him wide open.
There's a takedown. Good knee. Follows him. Watch him follow him to the ground. Oh, good throw. Oh, and he
falls with the glove in his throat. Hey, this man's
Here's Master Melcher Toddy, the master of American Muay Thai. And we're going to be speaking with him after the fight, giving Melcher some advice.
All right, here we go to the 5th and final round. I've got Turbo out in front, and now Tony Weeks calls timeout. They're addressing the cut situation. No, that's taken care of. They had to get the mouthpiece back in. Okay, they seem to have the cut closed up pretty good, but one more of those elbows, and he goes right forward to try and slide it open again for the very first maneuver here. Look at him trying to throw the elbow. He comes to the knee high, catches him in the ribs, a high kick. Boy, Turbo just fired up. He's got the Turbo going now.
Well, he's going for the bonus. He's got him cut, and then he wants to do the coup de grace with the knockout by the elbow. He's going for it. I'm impressed that he's showing the accuracy going right back after that cut. Melcher better get going, otherwise he's going to get ripped up.
Well, Melcher Menor caught him with a looping right hand, but Turbo's not hurt by it. Turbo kind of attacks him, leaping at him. Menor fends him off, but the blood is streaming from the forehead of Menor right now. It's Melcher Menor in the white trunks. He grabs his foot. He's bleeding from the nose, too, so has the knee right back in the ribs. Boy, Turbo's having things pretty much his way right now. Blood all over the face of Melcher Menor.
I was impressed by Turbo's knee game. That's what he said he was going to do, and he's doing it.
Just as he tries to get the leg through there, Turbo says, well, if you're going to do that, I'll come right back. He throws the right hand, lands right on top of that nose again.
I think Melcher's got to protect himself at the same time as go for it. That's a bad gash he's got. He's got to make sure he can stop the elbows. He's got to neutralize Turbo. But look at he's going to work with the knees. Great knee game by Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo in the last series had 2 or 3 knees in there. Then he caught him with a good shot to the ribs of the knee again. He's looking to line up the elbow. He likes it inside. See the knees coming up. Those didn't really connect. Both guys tried to land the knees, but there's a bit of a fatigue factor. Don't forget we're in the 5th and final round here now, and these guys have worked hard throughout. Menor cut in the last round, right in the middle of the forehead. We showed you the replay of the great elbow, a slashing elbow, as Duke described it. And there's a reverse kick. You're right. He's trying to get the bonus point.
Absolutely. Another thing you're saying, 5 rounds of boxing, but these guys are also swinging their legs, they're kicking, they're grabbing on their knee. That's why the fights are only 5 rounds. You couldn't do this for 10 rounds. You'll run out of energy. So they're spent after 5 because they're kicking, punching, reverse elbow. Beautiful.
He tried to get it through there. In fairness to Menor, he blocked it pretty well with his own right hand held high, so that elbow flying around wouldn't catch him. That was a right elbow coming from his blind side. He got caught with a terrific elbow in the last round, and the blood has been streaming from this hairline and his forehead throughout the course of this 5th round. They slowed down just a hair. Turbo would like to do something extraordinary to finish this round off, I'm sure. Melcher comes forward, his hands are tied up as the blood really streaming. Of course, the scalp is a nice high kick to the face, a great kick to the jaw. Closing seconds now of this fight. And no quit in Melcher Menor. Hard knee in the ribs. Look at these guys finish strong. There he is, the fight. That was a terrific hard fight.
I think it's, again, been a great night of fights. The Turbo, I think, definitely dominated that fight. And he closed the show, what they always talk about in the fight. He closed the show. I was impressed with his close. Melcher showed a lot of great heart. He just couldn't get his game plan going.
Well, unofficially, in my scorecard, you had just about the same way I did, because I'm learning from it. But I had it scored 50-46 in favor of Turbo. First round, very close, but describe this reverse elbow again now.
Going for it. If he would have turned his head a little more, he would have bopped it in between the gloves, but he can't. Oh, impressive pullback.
And now look at this at the very end of it. There's no quitting these guys.
I think what won the fight the most, look at Turbo. He's always coming forward like his name is, and that's how you win fights. You got to go forward. That beautiful right hand.
All right, we'll make it official. We have Turbo winning the thing, but that doesn't mean anything. We're going to get it from our ring announcer, Anthony Brown. Okay, Anthony, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce your winner, how about a big round of applause for both these fighters? And I have your decision, a winner by a split decision out of the red corner, Turbo!
Boy, the judges had it a whole lot closer than we did. I thought Turbo, well, obviously, they thought the first round, they gave it to Minor, and they must have given him the second round. I don't see what other round he won, but the right guy won it anyway.
Absolutely. He turned it on the last half of the fight. It was good fighting and great matchmaking. I've really liked all the fights and interesting battles and different styles of fighters.
The important thing, even though we had it a little more lopsided than obviously one of the judges in favor of Turbo, they got it right. The right guy got the decision. Turbo, in my opinion, definitely won the fight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great performance from him. I think he used his size great. He's a big boxer at his weight. I like what he's doing.
I don't want to take anything away from Melchior Minor because he worked extremely hard during the course of that fight, and on at least one judge's card, he won the fight. So you got to give him plenty of credit. He'll be back to fight another day. This kid is a warrior. There was no quitting. After being really cut in the fourth round of that fight.
Oh, I think he's one of America's best fighters at that weight. And he just got to regroup and come back. Hey.
All right, now the preliminary is just about set, so we go to our ring announcer, Anthony.
Ladies fighting out of the red corner. Stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in. Professional fight record of 45 wins, 8 defeats. Out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent. And he weighed in at 180 pounds.